Good morning, students. Now we shall continue our geography lesson further. In the previous video, you already know that we have discussed about chapter number 4, agriculture, and we had discussed about two major crops, that was wheat and rice. Okay. Now in this video we shall further discuss next important crops of India. But the next crop that is we are going to discuss is the millets. Please take out your books and notebooks also. The next crop, the third crop that is we are going to discuss is millets. Okay, we are discussing about millets. Now, beta, millets are those crops that have coarse grains. Please note down, the millets are those crops that have coarse grains. Coarse grains means जिनका जैसे मोटा दाना होता है, ठीक है, जिनका दाना थोड़ा मोटा होता है उनको बोलते हैं हम लोग कोरस ग्रेन्स की क्रॉप्स. दैट इज वाई जिन क्रॉप्स का दाना थोड़ा मोटा होता है ऐसी क्रॉप्स को हम लोग बोलते हैं द मिलेट्स. ओके, so now we shall discuss about these type of crops that have coarse grains. And in these crops, in these millet crops, first of all we shall discuss about jowar crop. Now please look here now. Only this part that will be discussed further. Look at this part. Jowar is the third largest crop of India. Okay, students, jowar is the third largest crop of India. That means after paddy and wheat. After paddy and wheat, the third important crop of India is jowar. Please write down the question for MCQs. Write down the question for MCQs for 1 mark. Which is the third largest food crop of India? Which is the third largest food crop of India? Okay, the answer is jowar. Now, but jowar is mostly grown on the rain-fed areas without much irrigations. That means it is mostly grown in those type of areas, in those states that already receive sufficient quantity of rainfall. Is that clear? That already receives sufficient quantity of rainfall, and that means not very high rainfall and not very less rainfall. Average rainfall, and also continuous rainfall. So rainfall, then after some time rainfall, then after some time rainfall. मतलब rainfall after few gaps, but continuous rainfall throughout the year. So that's why those areas are known as rain-fed areas. That receives rainfall throughout the year. So it is mostly grown in these type of areas, in these type of states. And the major state that is growing jowar in this country is Maharashtra. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jowar in India. Besides, we are also having the states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh that grow jowar in large quantities. Is that clear? So this is about the millet crop. This is about the one millet crop, that is jowar. Okay. Now we are going to study about another millet crop that is bajra. Now we shall look here and not this. This is completed. Now this one. We shall discuss about bajra. Dekho beta, bajra grows well on sandy soil and shallow black soil. It means it mostly grows on those areas that do not receive very high quantity of rainfall, very high amount of rainfall. It is mostly grown on the sandy soil, and also shallow black soil. Shallow black soil means the soil that is black soil. Okay, but it does not receive so much rainfall. So that's why it is shallow by nature. So bajra is mostly grown on those areas that has sandy soil as well as shallow black soil. And the states that produces bajra in this country are Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the largest producer of bajra. Now see here, sandy soil, and we have studied about this in the previous chapter, lesson number 1 also, that Rajasthan has a sandy soil. Rajasthan में रेतीली मिट्टी है. ठीक है, रेतीली मिट्टी. Sandy soil means रेत जैसी मिट्टी. तो Rajasthan is having the sandy soil because of less rainfall, and that is why Rajasthan is the major producer of bajra in India. Besides Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra also are the states that receives average rainfall, and very also some parts receive very less rainfall, and that's why they also are able to grow the crop of bajra in this country. Is that clear? So this was about the millet crops of India. First millet crop that was about jowar. Second millet crop that was about bajra. And why they are called millet crops? Because they are having coarse grains. क्योंकि इनका दाना मोटा होता है थोड़ा. ठीक है, बाकी दानों से different होता है. That's why coarse grains, and these are called millet crops. Okay, write down some questions also. Write a short note on Write a short note on the production of jowar in India. Write a short note on the production of jowar in India. Next question. Write a short note on the crop of bajra. Write a short note on the crop of bajra in India. 3 marks के लिए दोनों, वो भी 3 marks के लिए, वो भी 3 marks के लिए. Okay जी, done. Please tick the map. Please tick the map on page number 38 or 39 I think so. Please tick the map. Both the maps. Page number 37 पर भी एक map है और page number 39 पर भी एक map है. Please tick both the maps. The map of wheat and the map of rice. The major producers of wheat, the minor producers of wheat. The major producers of rice, the minor producers of rice. Please tick both the maps. Page number 37 and page number 39. Please tick both the maps. Okay, now beta, our crops have been our major crops having millets has been completed. Okay, now we shall study about another major crop that is pulses. That is pulses. I think you have written all this. If you still have not written, then you can pause the video and you can write all this. Okay? Okay, I'm doing all this. I hope you can see it properly. The words I'm writing on the board. Okay, now the next crop that is we are going to discuss is about pulses. देखो बड़ा pulses means दालें, ठीक है, दालों की crop pulses. Now pulses, you all know that pulses are India is one of the largest producers of pulses in India. Okay, India is one of the largest. I will not say that large, but one of the largest producers of pulses is India. Okay, now. But before I go in deep about pulses, I want to make one thing clear to you that yes, India is one of the largest producers of pulses, but still we are one of the importers of pulses. Now the question arises: if India is the largest producer of pulses in the whole world, the largest producer is India in the whole world. Okay, if India is the largest producer, then why we have to import pulses? The reason is that we are having a very large population in this country. We are having a very large population of this country, and for such a huge population, we do not grow sufficient quantity of pulses in this country. That is why despite being one of the largest producers of the world, still we have to import pulses from the other countries, so that we can fulfill our demand, and we can distribute the crop of wheat in the whole country, because we are largest producers, but do not grow sufficient so that it can be distributed among the complete whole population of this country. That is why we have to import this crop also. India is still one of the importers of pulses, despite being the fact that we are one of the largest producers of pulses in the whole world. Is that clear? Okay, chalo. Now pulses you all know that जैसे मैंने बताया कि इसमें दालें वगैरह आती हैं. So pulses बेटा, you can take the example of अरहर, tur, मूंग, ठीक है, all these दाल्स, all these pulses जिनको दालें हम लोग कहते हैं, ठीक है, ये सारी की आपकी pulses. Besides leguminous crops, these are बेटा leguminous crops. And one thing more, leguminous crops क्या होती हैं? जिनका leguminous crops होते हैं that belong to the pea family. लेगुमिनस क्रॉप्स कौन सी होती हैं? दैट बिलोंग टू द पी फैमिली. उनको बोलते हैं हम लोग लेगुमिनस क्रॉप्स. ठीक है, तो ये लेगुमिनस क्रॉप्स की कैटेगरी में आती हैं आपकी पल्सेस. अच्छा, एक और वन मोर थिंग, ग्रोइंग पल्सेस इज वेरी गुड फॉर द सॉइल बिकॉज इट enhances the quantity of nitrogen in the soil. Please write down very important point. The growing of pulses is good for the soil. Why? Because it enhances the quantity. It enhances the quantity of nitrogen. Enhances the quantity of nitrogen in the soil. It enhances the quantity of nitrogen in the soil, and I think you all have studied in science also. In science also, that the nitrogen is present in the soil, and the roots of the plants and crops absorb this nitrogen. Due to which they grow. Okay, so nitrogen is responsible for the growth of plants and for the growth of crops, and pulses are one of the crops that are good for the soil, because it enhances the quantity of nitrogen in the soil, and also they consume very less nitrogen from the soil. So therefore the growing of pulses is also very good for the soil. Is that clear, Vajo? And the good thing is, India is one of the largest producers of pulses in the whole world. Okay? But still we are one of the importers, because we have to feed our whole population. We have to feed our very large